Hi, welcome back. My name is Cynthia. If you're new here, this channel is where I'll be talking about intentional living and my pottery journey, small business, and goal setting. Today is take two. Today is take two of my 2023 plan with me. I had filmed this and then it just disappeared. I don't know. I swear I filmed it. All the footage is missing. I only have 2 SD cards, so I don't know what happened. But if anything, it's a silver lining because now I get to refilm it with this lovely background. So here's a sneak peek of my desk tour coming soon. So today's focus is on planning 2023. Let's get into the video. One thing I know I need to work on is reviewing and reflecting on the previous month, quarter, or even year. I'm like a horse with blinders sometimes. I really don't turn around to look at how far I've come or reflect on the wins or the lessons that some of my failures have tried to teach me. So that's a habit I really want to cultivate this year. In this routine, I'm hoping that the building in this reflection, I can go back at the end of the year and see my progress. For this reflection, I obviously don't have that. So what I'm using is my camera roll. So a lot of us don't really think about it, but our camera roll is a snapshot of our whole year. So scrolling through, I kind of forgot what we did in January. Looking through my camera roll is a really easy way to reflect on my year. Once I've looked through my camera roll a little bit, I can see some of the highlights were for the year and where I failed or where I didn't do as well as I'd hoped. With that, I'm writing down, reflecting on what my wins were and what my growth points are for this coming year. All right, so step 2 is to fill out my yearly and quarterly goals. My system of choice is Notion. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up right now. This is my homepage. And I am going to go to my quick link over here to my goals. This template I'm using is actually a free template from Jules Acree. I'll make sure to link it down below for you guys if you want to use it. I haven't changed the background pictures here, but I only tweaked a little bit of it, so it's almost exactly how you would see it when you download it from her. So one thing I really like about this template is it's broken down into quarters. I changed this to a toggle so that I could open it up and see the monthly goals, the quarter 1 top 3 priorities. And so it breaks it down into quarterly, and then monthly you get the same thing, top 3 priorities and a reflection. That's a big thing that I really liked. She uses the liked, learned, lacked, and longed for kind of layout, which I think will be really useful. There's also an end of quarter review. So that is the same format of liked, learned, lacked, and longed for. So I really like that. But the other thing I really like about this template is the word of the year. So Jules Acree uses a word of the year to set the theme for her year. And so I really love that, and I want to do that for myself. So my word of the year is courage, the ability to do something that frightens one. I want to have courage in my business, in creating my business, in making decisions that prioritize a business, and just really going for it this year. So that is where my head is at, and that is the theme for my year. So I've already started filling out my yearly goals and breaking them down into quarters. So I have in progress goals, all of my goals. Oh, there it is. And completed, which is none because we're at the beginning of the year. So my top goals are here and then in progress. So let's start by filling out quarter 1. So my top priorities for quarter 1 are to sell my pottery at a craft fair. Kind of piggybacking off of that, my other top priority for quarter 1 is to bring my pottery studio home. I currently work out of a community pottery studio, and it's great. I love it. I'm actually going to be really sad to leave, but I'm trying to make changes so that as my small business gets off the ground, I do have to consider costs, and I already have a kiln. I have a lot of supplies and materials that I had from when I had a small studio space in my old apartment. So the only thing that's really missing right now is a pottery wheel to be able to really bring myself back home. And my last top priority is to build a consistent workout routine. So that is the quarterly one goals. I might kind of bring these two together, sell my pottery at a craft fair and bring my pottery studio home, just because they kind of coincide with each other. I feel like in order to bring my pottery studio home, I need to save up enough money to get myself a pottery wheel. In order to get that money, I'm selling at my craft fair. So that's kind of where those two go together. So I might just combine those and then bring a different top priority, which is to post 4 videos a month on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm just going to combine those. Don't tell anyone. All right. Those are my quarterly goals. I'll get into January later on. All right, that is quarter 1 filled out. Again, these are my goals so far for 2023. It's not everything, but it's a big chunk of what I want. And I'll add things as I go or change things if I feel like a goal is not if I've changed my mind on a goal or something. So that is my 2023 goals in Notion. Now, let's move on to my planner of choice for the year. All right, now let's move on to my planner of choice for this year. I love digital planning. I'm using a digital planner from Flourish Planner, and it's a planner you use in GoodNotes. I love the simplicity of it. It's really straightforward, which is what I really needed. I used a digital planner before with lots of different pages for each month, and I found it overwhelming trying to use every spread or feeling wasteful when there were many monthly spreads that I just didn't end up using. I am a to-do list person, so having places to dump my lists weekly and daily really helped me focus what I need to get done. Now that I've written out my yearly goals in Notion, I'm going to rewrite them here in my planner as well. I want to have them easily accessible in multiple places to keep them at the forefront of my mind. Another thing that I did here, I did also include some of my intentions. So daily 20-minute tidy habit is not something that's going to be in my goal setting spread on Notion because that's a habit that I'd like to try to form. So up here at the top, I used a little color coding in my goals and intentions on my planner. So habit forming is highlighted in yellow, and then the pink needs are things that need a plan of action, which is why these action plan spreads are really cool. So I already started a create a capsule wardrobe action plan. It's loosely started, so it's not complete yet. So I love that I can just immediately create action plans for specific goals on this page. Now for the fun part, vision boarding. I love scrolling through Pinterest and creating aesthetically pleasing and inspiring spreads, but I don't do it often. So this lovely spread that you see here was created when I filmed this video the first time, but I'll quickly show you how I did this directly in GoodNotes. I just downloaded a bunch of photos or quotes from Pinterest that resonated with me and for my year and for my word of the year. Just be careful with which ones you put first. It's a little bit finicky. The photo that you download first or the photo that you import first is going to go below any photos that you import after. So for example, if you wanted this photo if you wanted this photo to be above this one, then you need to make sure that you import this one first. So it's a little bit funny. You can also just crop pictures to fit the size or the way that you want within your spread. So just keep that in mind though when you're importing pictures via GoodNotes. And with that, I feel pretty ready to tackle the year. This will be the routine that I use throughout the year. For every monthly check-in or quarterly check-in, it'll be kind of a similar layout. But if you have any questions or any tips for me, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. Okay, that's it. Bye.